pushes far up. I don't see this smoke gank really amounting to too much. The Rubik just going to be able to get that easy telekinesis off. They see Troll pushed up, but there we go, easy reveal. And
oh, the charge comes out though. That might buy time for this disruption. They get it. Follow up
got the damage.
They don't
Not
have
to mention this creep wave. If anything, Vici Gaming turned this one around. The TP in from Phoenix.
I think they're happy with that. They forced the
Unnecessary.
TP at least, which
I think they want a
wasn't
lane
really
swap.
needed.
Yeah, it looked like the TP from Ice is purely for the lane swap. Now that this bottom lane is much more troll suited.
Wow, Lina versus Skywrath Troll. That is, I guess as far as off-lane heroes go, the Lina's still decent in this situation, but you get to that point where the Troll gets the ranged axes and has a boots advantage with the concussive shot, then you look to tower dive the Lina potentially, or at least force her off of the lane.
Especially if you get the phase boots up, that's where you can use that movement speed burst, even dodge light strike arrays that get turned around upon yourself. So,
oh, the courier moving around in the ramps area, and it reveals the smoke. If they clicked on it, they saw it.
Smoke's all over the place. Vici Gaming, FY gonna pick one up. So, not just the between game breaks where these teams are pulling out the smokes and.
It seems to be very
It's like,
popular.
yeah, we need 20 minutes between games. Got to go get a bite to eat, have a cigarette, and then get ready for game 2.
Or maybe more than one.
Yeah.
At times. They do enjoy their nicotine. Meanwhile, Burning in the bottom lane, finagling around, but could get caught out here. I do have Fenrir in position. They need just the Troll range slow here. If they can get that off, oh, Burning, this could be your first blood.
Here
Looking
comes
for the
IG,
stun,
though.
concussive shot. It's going to be too late. It looks like one more auto attack. Disruption. Maybe they could turn it. Looking for the surround. The turret's there. Too late. First blood claimed by the Scarlet. They might get the trade, though. Burning. Or no, how actually? Or they should say a little bit too tanky. It's Fenrir they may have to settle for. Faith chasing him out is going to have one more torrent. And if he hits this one, Fenrir's dead. He skirts away from it, though. And I don't think Chuan has this one, Gods. Concussive shot. Going to drive him back. A clean first blood claimed by Vici Gaming.
Yeah, nicely played. That's Burning going down as well. Top lane is not exactly the friendliest lane for Ice as well. It's already a level 4 Spirit Breaker with Orb of Venom, so if he gets just any kind of bash coming out from Lure, any kind of RNG going his way, suddenly it's a kill, and he's always going to be going for those just right clicks whenever possible, hoping for the RNG to favor him.
Yeah, and Ice does not have any rings of protection, so this physical damage is extremely difficult to deal with. He gets bashed when he's looking for the dive, and he may just go down.
Oh. Mid-attack animation. That wasn't even any crazy RNG. The bash came at a good time, don't get me wrong, but he'd hit him like 2 or 3 times before that, and that's just what Spirit Breaker does.
Oh, meanwhile, FY, he spent a lot of time waiting with the smoke, but 430 seemed hip to it. He will at least secure a rune.
Successfully smoke ganking right now.
Now Tron finds a DD, has a disruption with the Soul Catcher. This may be the death of How. Runs up the high ground, will get a tango off, but what does it really matter? Torrent comes through, a clean takedown, this time for IG. Makes it 1-1.
Yeah, that's a nice kill to be getting. Doesn't go the way of Burning, who's still kind of struggling a little bit as far as the offlane goes, but Troll on the sidelines. Only 7 CS to go with Troll's level 4 right now. This has been a very rough start for him.
Game of musical lanes. Now Skywrath Mage appears top, gonna wind its way through the tree line. Ice even dove in for this, but he'll get countercharged. Lewis says, screw you, man. Get the hell out of here. Well, and he may pay with his life in the end. And while this is happening, there's also a kill in the mid lane. Looks like they managed to rotate in. They bring down FY's Rubik.
Yeah, too aggressive from Lewis. He had the salve and everything. He just had to hide in the trees because Ice was backing off as he was tanking the tower. I think he just had to sit back, salve up, then go for the charge, or just not go for the charge at all. It was unnecessary
That is
aggression.
Twice, though, he's almost killed Ice.
Yeah.
He's just tantalizing how low his HP is. Well, this lane movement, man, I swear we've seen like 4 smokes, like 10 rotations already.
CS-wise, IG are dominating right now. The top 3 farmers and 2 of the Vici Gaming cores in single-digit CS.
Well, that may change with at least in terms of the domination factor with Burning going down bottom lane. Nice Dragon Slave to do some chip damage, and Luo will be forced to cancel his charge. He almost has Nether Strike, though. In fact, he's less than a wave away from it, it looks like.
It's a scary proposition. A lot of Radiant Vision down bottom lane. Do spot Luo's appearance now at this bottom lane, as well as Chuan, so unlikely to see much come out of this, but maybe with Luo hitting level 6, we could see an initiation, especially if this ward doesn't spot Luo hitting level 6.
Oh, they charge, and in they go. Luo has it. Where's the lift from FY? Doesn't get one off just yet. They aren't going to go, actually. Yeah. With the blind, I don't think you get this kill. In fact, Chuan Shadow Demon down.
That was odd.
Luo just forced to back off.
The communication wasn't there. At some point, Luo had to just say, like, or Chuan had to notice, there was no mana actually for a Nether Strike. They had no chance of getting that kill
I don't know if they get it even with the Nether Strike. He's fairly tanky as far as his armor goes when he's in melee form. Luo, he wants to dive. This time he's got a Shadow Fiend in tow. They're going to clear out the wave. He isolates FY behind the tree line, starts giving him the lantern. The lift's there, tosses him across the treeway. Nicely done by FY, but they're getting really corralled and cornered here. Dragon Slave on 2, charge follow through, and now Super looks for the turn. Nice RP, Shockwave follow-off, only hitting Burning though. And now the chase. Benrir going to drop as well. It's a triple for 430, and he continues to fly around. He's got more raises, whiffs one. He's got a second. He'll connect on that, and down goes Super 2. Not a quad for 430, but he'll take the kill for his team nonetheless, Gods, and suddenly there's a mech.
Well, you love having haste runes in these kind of fights. This is some insane aggression coming out from both teams. Constant lane rotations, smoke ganks all over the place. This is the new era of Chinese Dota. We saw it in Game 1 as well. We're seeing it a lot from both Vici Gaming as well as IG in the Chinese scene. And they're not giving teams any room to breathe, any room to get up that early game farm, and that's where they've come so deep in the tournament. These teams like Secret who try and get they just sit back, farm up their core players, it just doesn't work anymore, not against this kind of play style.
Luo gallops in. We saw this yesterday against Alliance, and we'll see it again here. The Mad Cow reemerges. He is just all over the place. Well, you know, the one thing that may slow the game down a little bit, Gods, is smokes are starting to run thin for both teams. Vici Gaming down to 1. IG could buy one, haven't actually purchased it.
This is where IG start 5-manning your towers, though. They've got the mech already on 430, just 8 minutes into the game. They could just 5-man around.
Another charge. This guy's everywhere. It doesn't have the Nether Strike, though. Not sure he gets the kill, but just all over the place.
Yep.
I just love seeing an active Spirit Breaker like this. Constantly off the map, always ganking, and not afraid to go a little bit deeper than what you normally expect.
We saw him going into fountains earlier. Yesterday it was. That was some fun.
I think one of my favorite moments ever, Castido, is he just Oh, Super. And he's going to take a pounding here. Got to be careful about the potential charge coming in. There's no RP to interrupt that.
Magnus the one here on the Vici Gaming side who has decent CS and farm right now, but even that is just 25 CS to the 53 of 430 Shadow Fiend and 32 on Lina. Burning going deep at the bottom lane. It's a charge onto Fenrir, an easy Laguna kill. Burning hits the LSA on Ice as he TPs in, and Burning
he wanted
no
to
TP
go
of his own.
He wanted to go top with FY and look for a kill, but because of that dive, they rotate bottom instead and look to make it a 1-for-1. Out comes the Supernova, and that'll be enough to secure the counter kill.
Ice hitting every Fire Spirit, and as a result, Lina was just ran out of options.
And another charge.
Of course.
I mean, it's been at least, what, like 10 seconds?
Yeah,
it's too long. He's got places to go.
He's going to get scouted up by a mid-lane Observer Ward, so they see him coming now.
I don't know if that's going to stop. Okay. Even Luo has his limits, it seems. But it is definitely the big hero bottling Vici Gaming up right now. And as you mentioned, with the mech, and crucially, they have the boat. Their 5-man on IG is extremely devastating. No Blink Dagger on Magnus yet, and without that, it's really hard to see Vici fighting, especially with Supernova on cooldown right now.
Yeah, so they give up the Tier 1 tower, and that's just something which seems unavoidable with how strong this IG 5-man can be. Even with the Lina sitting at the top lane, Burning just trying to get some catch-up farm for himself. Burning with 4 deaths. He is 2/3 of the Vici Gaming kills right now, but he's managed to help his team get a few kills here and there and create space for 430 to be off to a fantastic start. Already level 9, Ogre Club back in his stash. 430 is getting quickly very hard to kill.
Well, Shadow Fiend is known as one of his absolute signature heroes for a reason. And they are going to start moving more as a unit. IG deploying yet another smoke. They can't even buy another for 2 minutes. None on their heroes. They are fresh out for a little bit after this, but even if they don't get a kill here, they secure the tower just by popping the smoke and posting up. So this will be the last outer tower down.
Yeah, there's some drafts where if you reach 10 minutes and you have no smokes, it's a big problem. Drafts built around like a Blink Dagger timing on an Axe or a Bat Rider, drafts, or even like a level 6 on a Lion. But for IG, their heroes, their draft, it doesn't really require that kind of 10 to 15 minute timing from any sort of item that's going to lead into ganks here. The Lina level 6 is maybe the one thing which you could argue is needed for ganks, but it feels just getting this early game lead is well worth it, and going through 3 smokes already doesn't really matter.
I feel like the really big thing for IG is because they take the Tier 1 mid as well as top, it's not so easy for Vici to farm Ancient stacks, and we've seen that be like the crucial kind of centerpiece of this Troll Magnus strat. You just stack the Ancients 4 times, clear the stack, suddenly 1,200 gold on your Troll. But that has been denied to them. At least easy, safe farming is being denied to them.
Yep. Yeah, IG can really take control of the Radiant jungle in that area if they want to, so we'll see what the next move's going to be. A double damage rune could lead to thoughts of a Roshan here for 430 as he's going to bottle that one up, although they haven't got the best Rosh lineup.
Yeah, it's probably good enough with the mech. You've got the Spirit Breaker can
definitely
tank.
Possible.
They may lose a little bit of health on the cow, but
at 12 minutes in, Roshan is fairly squishy. Yeah. This will be easy with the LSAs too.
Yeah, that DD rune, no points even in presence of the Dark Lord yet, but they'll get it done. And it does not feel like Vici Gaming have any hope of contesting this. They do have their Phoenix Egg available, but this comes right before Super's Blink could be purchased. So a really nice timing window here for IG to grab an absolutely free Aegis and some bonus gold as well.
That combined with the lack of farm on House Troll Warlord is kind of making it so that Vici Gaming can't really fight. With Supernova plus a Blink RP, there is potential for a big team fight wombo combo, but IG with mech and soon a BKB on 430 will at least be able to hold their own.
Looks like a Dominator will be the choice. Oh, hold that thought. Luo charging in. They were trying to deward this Dire Observer, but he throws out the charge, and any hope of doing so has been denied. Oh, okay, Magnus Illusion going to attempt it as well, but already they're rotating in.
Yeah, let's keep that ward alive.
I guess not. They don't really care. Looked like they were going to go.
So they'll block off the Ancients, deny that farming tool from the Troll Warlord.
And I don't think Vici got a single big stack. There might have been a double stack just now, but that was it. There was no triple or quad stack.
Troll still sitting below 4,000 net worth, and the Shadow Fiend about to hit 8,000. Doubling up the Troll Warlord.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, just going to casually stop his charge. Was heading bottom. And what's the next step here for IG Gods? Can they threaten tier 2s? Well, you are up against the Blink RP now. They may not have seen it, but it's around the time when normally Magnus would have it.
Yeah, I think they may look to farm the Radiant jungle until they have the BKB on 430. They can't really go for smoke ganks, so they'll probably look to stick together in the Radiant jungle, at least have 3 or 4 heroes sticking nearby each other. 430 walked into this smoke.
He walks into 4 heroes, but I don't know if he's the one you want to go on. They're going to look to turn this now. Mech being popped, and he's kept alive. Now the dive around by Ice. 430 will drop, but not before the Requiem comes out. Now the Supernova to turn it, and meanwhile on the backlines, Hao, as well as Super cleaned up. 2 cores down. The Phoenix Egg will go off. There's
Boat was waiting for him, though.
But no follow-up, and they X him. Where are you going, Ice? Nowhere fast. They'll bring down FY Stolen Boat. Who really cares? Ice will fall as well, and IG just making short work of Vici Gaming. It's 4 dead.
4 for nil. For an Aegis, I guess, but I mean, that's why you have an Aegis, to take a team fight like that. 430 just runs into the entire Vici Gaming team, unafraid.
I mean, runs into implies like a sense of urgency. He like sauntered in, sat down for a little bit. He's like, hey guys, how you doing?
I don't think he even totally realized they were there. They were like smoked up. He only saw like the Magnus or something, and he's like, oh, 4 heroes?
Just kind of shrugs,
okay.
like, okay, I guess I'll kill you.
Did this little swagger walk and then just said, okay, yeah, you'll do some damage to me, but I'll turn around and kill you after that.
What a series this has been already. Game 1, IG off to a hot start, then Vici pull it back. This game, again, IG dominating early, but this time a little more substantially. Yeah. This is a 10K gold lead, 5K experience lead. Now, this type of lineup, though, is the kind of lineup that can turn this game. If you get caught by a 3-4 hero RP, we saw Bone 7's amazing Phoenix play, very good at defending high ground if you place the egg right. This could be the type of draft that gets punished on the side of IG if they go to it.
And that's where I think IG, if they play it smart, though, can circumvent that, especially around Aegis. If you have just a Shadow Fiend with Aegis on the high ground, you should be pretty safe.
Oh, they find Ice. Nicely done with the charge, giving vision for an X follow-up. Can they kill off Ice? You betcha. Great little bash there at the end to secure the kill.
I think IG, especially now the BKB, can take these tier 2 towers somewhat methodically. They are securing their late game. Midas picked up by Luo, who's now level 11. They won't be going for a high ground siege until they've got that Aegis, because that's when the slow siege comes into play.
Oh, 430, he just walks right in. Great RPs there, and now they skewer 2 back. 430 kept alive the boat that was stolen earlier coming out, but not to much avail. Faith just going to run forward and will end up killing off Super. Now, the Yule, the follow-up coming through. A wild courier appears, quickly dealt with. Suddenly 4 dead again.
Oh, there's a charge as well. Is he going into the fountain? Oh, come on, Luo.
Come on.
You wanted to. Phoenix was
okay, he has to use his Midas, guys. Let's not give him too much shit.
Better use it then. Come on, Luo.
Radiant's bottom
You stopped that
tower
charge. You use your Midas.
At this rate, he's going to be a fan favorite here in Romania. I think they enjoy the dives. For now, things will calm down a little bit. But IG, I'm just looking at the minimap, gods. All I'm seeing right now are little red dots, the kind that mean that Vici Gaming have no map control.
Yep. Unfortunately for IG, they've kind of blocked off some camps they'd like to use, like in the Radiant jungle here, which is actually, at this point in the game, this is IG farming territory, so this ward kind of backfiring a little bit at this point, but blocking the Ancients definitely very useful still. And
all 3 cores of Vici are ahead of all, or of IG are ahead of all 3 cores of Vici, and this Shadow Fiend is 10k net worth. He's over double any core on the side of Vici Gaming, and that's a troll with the Magnus. We saw earlier today, this hero can be as far ahead as the Shadow Fiend is, but not the way this game is going. Hello, Super. Blinks out, but not before Luo gets off a single hero stun. Now Silence just walking on through, and a hasted Swagger Fiend struts up as well. Looks for Fenrir, gonna find him too. Boat coming through. Won't really connect on anyone, but gives them the buff. This will allow the dive follow-up. Speaking of dives, Ice wants to use his own, but he goes for the egg in the middle of everybody. They can focus this down as a squad. They will. And again, 4 heroes fall. It's a triple for 430.
I think this game is just over at this point. There's nothing like Vici can do.
This is looking like that IG versus Alliance game from the other day.
This troll is out of this game right now. He's sitting on 4.5k net worth. By the time he gets any sort of an item, he's going to be forced into a BKB. But then your SF is doing physical damage. Your Lina has an Aghanim Scepter. At no point is this troll going to be fighting fit. The only small hope is that 5-man RP into Empower Troll, yada yada, but I don't think IG are going to give him that kind of a fight. The positioning has been on point from IG.
It basically requires a throw, it feels like.
Yep.
If IG play it smart and safe, they just continue to control the map, take fights with the Spirit Breaker charge initiation. They also have the gem advantage now with Faith, so they can de-ward any attempts by Vici to get some vision and just play it safe and slow. And there's no real split push for Vici. That's the other thing. You cannot just walk the troll out to a side lane. You do that, you're dead. You get charged, you get bashed, Kunkka comes in, and you ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, I think big thing for IG is to just keep the pressure up, just keep pushing out these lanes. They do need to stick together if they want to be aggressive.
They're going to go on Chuan as well as Burning. Great 2-hero RP. Skewer follow-up, but in comes a Wild Luo. Then the boat. That's on 3. Laguna over the top. Burning survives it. What a turn it's been. He may die to this last nuke from the Skywrath. Looks like he will. In. But Luo, oh, he's saved, and now he's even going to walk back forward. Magnus trying to turn this, finish off Burning. Misses the stun, but Luo cleans up Skywrath Mage, and now with an X onto Ice. He'll be the 4th man down. They bring down the Firebird as well. Another 4-hero takedown by IG, who just continue to pile up the kills. 24-8.
I mean, at least the gold exchange was more even for that fight. I mean, that's the comeback gold.
I consider that almost a good trade for Vici. An even trade at this point is basically as good as it gets.
Even gold, even XP change. Yeah, kind of. I guess Magnus got 1,200 gold out of that fight, so we'll help out his BKB, but
it's good in a very relative sense.
You'd rather the troll stayed alive. That's the one hero who really needs farm. I think if it was troll alive instead of Magnus at the end getting all that gold, it'd be one thing, but yeah, it's still a very poor underfarmed troll warlord.
I mean, this is feeling like a support troll. He may just need to let the Magnus get a little more
Who's
space.
he battle trancing though? who is the carry?
The Magnus. Super's got to get that. He's got to get his Daedalus, man.
BKB, Daedalus, Mask of Madness.
Well, maybe you can skip the Mask of Madness since you have the troll. That's the Dendy hub Magnus, though. He loves that build.
So Shadow Fiend gets a Blink Dagger to go with his fighting items, and I guess at this point, why not? You can just blink in, take any kind of aggressive fight, especially around an Aegis, which is surely going to go IG's way fairly soon.
Especially because Vici keep on throwing away smokes. Their next smoke not available for 6 minutes, gods, and none on their heroes right now. No wards out in the map aside from one mid, but it feels like this may be quickly de-warded. Chuan currently the one holding that gem. They did not lose it in the last fight.
So from here, Vici Gaming, they've got to try and find pickoffs where possible. They don't want to take head-on 5v5 fights. They need to get that high priority. If they want to take a fight, it has to start with a high priority kill for them. Probably on the Shadow Fiend or the Lina. But killing Shadow Fiend without getting counter-initiated on just seems impossible. Kunkka, you've got the boat to also provide the Coco's rum to keep people alive, and Shadow Fiend is just getting tankier and tankier.
Well, now a charge. He wants to split push. Wow, you better react real quick. TP out. It'll get there. About 3 seconds away from certain death.
Yeah. I think IG may just swing bottom for the tier 2 now. They haven't got Roshan just yet, so at least wait and check out the Roshan respawn. No need or no real incentive to try and push high ground yet. There's not really any immediate catch-up potential from Vici Gaming outside of winning a fight, which is going to happen if you go for the high ground push. So
even the courier's having a hard time getting out on the map. It tries to go to the secret shop, but there's a ward waiting for it. And
oh, that charge almost lands top from Luo, but just fell
and
short.
Ice. They want to hold the last tier 2, but I don't think this will be allowed, at least not easily. Ferrari moving up into position. He's going to raise this wave, and they may wait for that next Roshan before they try to take that last tier 2. You can see, though, it's like around like that area. You go much beyond that, you're getting charged.
Yeah. As soon as someone shows, like Hal's going to show on the map, if he pushes beyond this one creep wave, he'll get charged. He may even get charged now anyways, just because for Spirit Breaker, it's why not. Yeah.
Look who it is.
There we go. Anyone who shows on the map is getting charged, and then it seems most of the time it's not leading to kills, but if it does for any chance, here it forces a TP. Luo, job done.
Yeah, and with that TP being forced out, it's just... I mean, I guess for Vici, there's not really many places to TP, so it's just more the gold that really hurts him.
Troll will TP himself top after. He farms like 150 gold bottom and then spends 100 gold just to TP top.
I mean, expect this Luo charge towards top in about 5 to 10 seconds. Maybe they'll take the tower.
Yeah, maybe more tower focus here. Courier, I don't know if it's scattered Roshan, but Roshan is ready for IG's taking. DD Rune right by it as well. Everything just set up perfectly for them.
Yeah, it's feeling like a very cruisy, comfortable game so far for IG. Now, breaking the base can be a different matter, but they're going to have so much insurance. BKB Shadow Fiend, the mech there as well. Might even be building into the Scotty just for pure survivability. And you've got other tanky heroes. You've got the Kunkka ultimate, as you mentioned earlier, just for the damage debuff so that you survive a lot longer. The fight's Disruption's great defensively. I feel like they can go high ground and not really worry too much.
Oh yeah, with the Skadi Aegis on Shadow Fiend, that's basically anything they want. Unfortunately, this smoke gank from IG doesn't... They were trying to bait Luo in the mid lane while Ferrari pushed bottom lane because Vici Gaming would be like, okay, Ferrari's pushing bottom lane, he's got backup, Luo's alone, but they didn't take the bait.
Oh, they found Hal. Gets off the charge. Mystic Flare was waiting for him. Laguna over the top. Hal low and will be killed off by Burning. The RP's good by Super. Skewers 2 back, but he's got no one to do the damage here, and he may just go down. Yeah, X waiting for him. They get 2 cores for the price of an off-lane Spirit Breaker.
Yep.
They're happy with that.
Again, funnily enough, almost an even golden XP exchange, but that's your 2 big carries on the Vici Gaming side, and IG going to secure an easy tier 2 top tower. Sylvan fallen back for Roshan, which I imagine, because these heroes will be respawning before they reach high ground, is going to be the call for IG. It seems like an unnecessary risk to go. Well, I guess RP's on cooldown, so maybe with the RP on cooldown, they at least try and chip away at the tier 3 tower.
This has just been systematic from IG. There has not really been a single moment where it's like, okay, now Vici Gaming is mounting a comeback here. You look at the graph, and it's just nothing but slow, steady progress downwards. Dominance so far.
It's great to see return of a forgotten hero in the Kunkka. I mean, it definitely hasn't been like the only reason IG have done well. I think if anything, this was just Chuan and Faith, great early game rotations. It hasn't been kind of specific to the one hero.
Oh, 430 blinking in. They have an X to pull this Rubik a little bit farther back. BKB forced out from 430, and they do get the Kunkka kill. It's a Skywrath as a trade, but oh, Vici Gaming, they're okay with that. They force out the BKB, and it's just going to be a 1-for-1 in the end.
And that's the kind of trade Vici Gaming will take all day long for at least the next 10-15 minutes until they start chipping away at this gold lead of IG's. But time to go back for Roshan. IG, after this Aegis, will have, I believe, Skadi complete on 430, BKB coming for Luo. Those are 2 really useful high ground pushing items.
There is basically no solution for the Spirit Breaker BKB. You're not going to be able to land an RP on that because he's going to bash you as he charges through you. So they can't really stop his initiation gods.
Yep.
Maybe they can try to turn it after that charge in, but that's about it.
For IG, they got the whole team respawning, and I imagine they'll just find a lane to go push down, or they look for the pickoff first. They've got 1 smoke still available on Faith, so this could be the one last little pickoff attempt they're waiting for before going for that game-ending push. And Hal, he's been swatted out of the Ancients.
Oh, I just want a creep. Give me a creep. Will be a blind on Luo here. And Now the Nether Strike follow-up. Their Brainian reinforcements. RP was waiting, but it's just for the Spirit Breaker. This may prompt a high ground attempt by IG after they finish off Hal. They'll get him. Now they can turn to focus on the egg. A couple of heroes working on it. Got off the Fire Spirits and Faith. Won't matter, though. They kill off the egg. The Spirit Breaker still surviving, courtesy of his BKB, and now mauling Super with the Lantern. Gives them the Urn Charge, and there's no blink available with this constant damage coming out. They've isolated him in the corner. Laguna just to make it hurt.
That's
IG.
They're just all on the same page there. Luo's like, okay, I'm going in. This is a really bad spot for me to be in. He gets RP, but the defensive disruption, 430's waiting with the mech, and Urn Charge also comes out from whoever has the Urn, or the Spirit Breaker himself, and he comes out on 20 HP, healed back up to about 600 or 700 HP, and pops the BKB so he doesn't get hit by the Supernova.
And they had to come in and RP even have a chance at that kill. Yep. That is not the opening that you ideally want, but it's what Vici Gaming are reduced to at this point. IG using Disruption now. They're looking for the Siege. FY gets caught out initially, pulled back in by the X. Another takedown. 430 is low, though. BKB cooling down. It looks like he'll drop with the Aegis, but has a round 2 available as the rest of Vici Gaming start to congregate here mid.
That was a less than ideal initiation. They got nothing out of the Aegis really there.
Yeah, they do have the BKB ready to go again on both cores in 6 seconds.
Surprised by how fast 430 actually fell there. The Ancient Seal amplifying all that magic damage actually really helping out Vici Gaming. So that does slow down IG's momentum. It's not going to allow them to go for that high ground push with an Aegis. They may just look to get their next couple of big items.
This may be where they're like, okay, let's just breathe a little bit here. This is game 2. We haven't won yet. If we throw this one, we're going down to the losers bracket. Let's not get sloppy. May even wait for the next Roche, though. I feel like if they're safe about the Siege with Disruption Illusions, they can at least do some chip damage here.
They've got great sustain as well, because they can use the Kunkka X to send heroes back to base if they want to do some shopping.
Oh, how? No, he can't get out. Caught by the Yules, and, well, there used to be a troll there.
It's like, even when he gets this BKB, they've got Axe, Laguna Blade to go through it, SF with a Skadi to kite him around. Good luck with that.
Well, it's Vici Gaming looking for a counter-offensive mid, but guess who's waiting? Chuan, as well as, well, Fate, the one they jumped initially. Now the Spirit Break arrives, and suddenly they're just going to dogpile onto the Rubik, looking for Super as well. Rubik's going to go down here, it looks like.
Boat, but not going to amount
to much. They wanted a second kill from Burning, but couldn't quite find it.
So another couple Vici Gaming. Anyone who leaves the Vici Gaming base goes down. That's where, sure, IG can't really 5v5 push high ground, but at some point, Vici Gaming have to come out, have to try get some farm on their core heroes, and that's when IG take the pickoffs, and then they go back to chipping on these tier 3 towers.
Yeah, they can look for some Disruption Siege if they want to be super safe about it. Double damage rune is available. Not being popped just yet by 430. May hang on to this. And Gods, by the way, he's up to almost 20k gold here. He is starting to lap the Troll as well as the Magnus. Out of control. Now the BKB charge, Luo going deep. We've seen this before. And it seems to be working about as well as it did last time.
Yeah, Hal's going to be careful. There's Laguna Blade. He gets taken out of the game for 1 minute without buyback. Magnus pulled back for this. Hits a 1-year RP. He gets Yules in the air. That's going to set up an LSA and Super without a BKB.
Not going to cut it. A Requiem, raise, right click. See ya. Another triple for 430. This guy is, it's like he's just bowling nothing but strikes. 19, 0, and 11. An absolute tour de force here from IG.
All that was left was typing those 2 magic letters, and Vici Gaming say, we need a game 3. We need a fresh start. That game, it felt like it was unwinnable from about the 15-minute mark. As soon as IG got rolling, boy, did they play well.
There is something about this team. Sometimes they just have one of those games where it just looks like it's like professional basketball players dunking on middle schoolers.
19-0-11 Shadow Fiend.
30 kill participation.
The big key fight where IG really started to snowball was that underneath that tier 1 tower. When 430 came in with a haste rune, they got 3 kills or something out of it. That was when things got rolling. 430 as well as Luo just steamrolled all over Vici Gaming, and it was the IG support duo who kind of set them up for success as well.
Well, Gods, we've seen 2 pretty one-sided games this series. This one a little bit more one-sided, but I mean both games. The team that was winning for most of the game, very convincingly. So what are you expecting in game 3 here? Do you think it's going to be a closer game? Do we get an epic finale, or is it just going to be a total face roll?
I'm trying to think, like, this is not a bad Vici Gaming draft by any means. Like, the Troll Magnus, I mean, it works for other teams. It's worked for Vici Gaming before, so I think they'll stay away from it just because it's not like their comfort zone, and I think they'll go with a more traditional Vici Gaming type picks. I think Super especially maybe not most comfortable in his Magnus, but I think
Little
IG
sniper if they can manage to grab it.
I think a game like that will rattle Vici Gaming, and that's where I think IG coming into Game 3 have a slight edge.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break here, guys, but when we return, that climactic Game 3 winner of this series moves along into the Grand Finals. You're watching StarLadder Season 12. I'm LD. He's Gods. We'll be right back.
Pushes far up. I don't see this smoke gank really amounting to too much. The Rubik just going to be able to get that easy telekinesis off. They see Troll pushed up, but there we go. Easy reveal. And
oh, the charge comes out, though. That might buy time for this disruption. They get it. Follow up
got the damage.
They don't
Not
have
to mention this creep wave. If anything, Vici Gaming turned this one around. The TP in from Phoenix.
I think they're happy
Bit
with that. They forced the
unnecessary.
TP at least, which
I think they want a
wasn't
lane
really
swap.
needed.
Yeah, it looked like the TP from Ice is purely for the lane swap. Now that this bottom lane is much more troll suited.
Lena versus Skywrath Troll. That is, I guess as far as off-lane heroes go, the Lena's still decent in this situation, but you get to that point where the Troll gets the ranged axes and has a boots advantage with the concussive shot, then you look to tower dive the Lena potentially, or at least force her off of the lane.
Especially if you get the phase boots up, that's where you can use that movement speed burst, even dodge light strike arrays that get turned around upon yourself. So,
oh, the courier moving around in the ramps area, and it reveals the smoke. If they clicked on it, they saw it.
Smoke's all over the place. Vici Gaming, FY, going to pick one up. So not just the between-game breaks where these teams are pulling out the smokes. And
it seems to be very
it's like,
popular.
yeah, we need 20 minutes between games. Got to go get a bite to eat, have a cigarette, and then get ready for Game 2.
Or maybe more than one.
Yeah.
At times. They do enjoy their nicotine. Meanwhile, Burning in the bottom lane, finagling around, but could get caught out here. I do have Fenrir in position. They need just the Troll range slow here. If they can get that all, oh, Burning, this could be your first blood.
Here
Looking
comes
for
IG,
the stun,
though.
concussive shot. It's going to be too late. It looks like one more auto tech. Disruption. Maybe they could turn it. Looking for the surround. The turret's there. Too late. First blood claimed by the Scarlet. They might get the trade, though. Burning. Or no, how actually? Or they should say a little bit too tanky. It's Fenrir they may have to settle for. Faith chasing him out. Is going to have one more torrent. And if he hits this one, Fenrir's dead. He skirts away from it, though. And I don't think Chuan has this one, Gods. Concussive shot. Going to drive him back. A clean first blood claimed by Vici Gaming.
Yeah, nicely played. That's Burning going down as well. Top lane is not exactly the friendliest lane for Ice as well. It's already a level 4 Spirit Breaker with Orb of Venom, so if he gets just any kind of bash coming out from Lure, any kind of RNG going his way, suddenly it's a kill, and he's always going to be going for those just right clicks whenever possible, hoping for the RNG to favor him.
Yeah, and Ice does not have any rings of protection, so this physical damage is extremely difficult to deal with. He gets bashed when he's looking for the dive, and he may just go down.
Oh. Mid-attack animation. That wasn't even any crazy RNG. The bash came at a good time, don't get me wrong, but he'd hit him like 2 or 3 times before that, and that's just what Spirit Breaker does.
Meanwhile, FY, he spent a lot of time waiting with the smoke, but 430 seemed hip to it. He will at least secure a rune.
Successfully smoke ganking right now.
Now Tron finds a DD, has a disruption with the Soul Catcher. This may be the death of How. Runs up the high ground, will get a tango off, but what does it really matter? Torrent comes through, a clean takedown, this time for IG. Makes it 1-1.
Yeah, that's a nice kill to be getting. Doesn't go the way of Burning, who's still kind of struggling a little bit as far as the offlane goes, but Troll on the sidelines. Only 7 CS to go with Troll's level 4 right now. This has been a very rough start for him.
Game of musical lanes. Now Skywrath Mage appears top, gonna wind its way through the tree line. Ice even dove in for this, but he'll get countercharged. Lewis says, screw you, man. Get the hell out of here. Well, and he may pay with his life in the end. And while this is happening, there's also a kill in the mid lane. Looks like they managed to rotate in. They bring down FY's Rubik.
Yeah, too aggressive for